For the iCal in the classroom workshop, you're going to want to bring with you your school calendar dates and then also your syllabus or a list of assignments and sections that you plan to cover within the course. I've found the easiest way to find your school calendar dates is by searching on your school website. So for example, I'm teaching a course at Old Dominion University this fall. So I just go to their website, then you're going to want to find the search box on the website and just type in academic calendar. When you search for it, it should come up with a link called the academic calendar, and then you can choose whichever semester you're planning to teach for. For me, I'm doing this fall semester. So now I have our page where it's listing all of the start dates for the semester, so when classes begin, also when classes end, and I'm also going to know which days I'm not going to have any classes because of holiday. So now we're good with the school calendar dates. Now the next thing to do is to bring your syllabus with you that has a listing of the different sections you're going to cover and then also whatever types of assignments you're going to have. So I have that with me. Now I'm good to go. So the first thing we're going to do is open up our iCal. Once we have iCal open, we're going to create a new calendar. And make sure for now it's just on your Mac. Once it's created, we're going to go ahead and give it a name. For this example, I'm just going to call it the school calendar. Now that we have the school calendar created, we're going to want to go back and reference all of those course calendar dates. So here, I need to figure out what day is my class is going to begin. Here, I see that it's August 27th. Just come to iCal, find August 27th. I see that's a Saturday. Now I already know that I will have classes on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. And I know that it's from 11 a.m. to 11:50 a.m. So, because classes begin on Saturday the 27th, my first day is going to be on the 29th, that Monday. So once we have the 29th selected, come up to File, and then we're going to click New Event. Now I have this little window that pops up. And we can call this new event whatever we want. I'm just going to call it class for now. And then I'm going to go ahead and fill in some of the information. So for location, I know it's in Constant Hall. If you want, you can even give it a specific room number. And then here we're going to list the time. So I know it's at 11 a.m. going until 11:50 a.m. And now we're going to click on the repeat. Now I'm going to come down here to custom because I want to make sure that it repeats on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. And now I'm going to choose when this ends. I'm going to go ahead and choose on date because I can come back to my school calendar dates and reference whenever classes are going to end. For this fall, it's going to be December 9th. So then I come back to my iCal, come to the end on date, and then put in December 9th. And now we can click Done. So in iCal, if I were to go forward to December, I'll see these classes keep repeating every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday until December 9th, because that's when they stop repeating. So I'm going to go back to the beginning. One last time, I'm going to reference the school calendar list, and I want to figure out which days are holidays. So for example, here on September 5th, I know there are no classes, so come back to our iCal, find September 5th. I do already have a class scheduled there, so we're going to highlight it, and then just click Edit, come down, and click Delete. Now, a little window will pop open and ask you, do you want to do this for all, make these changes for all future events, or just for the single event? We want to do it for this event right here, just because it's only on that specific date that classes are canceled. So now just repeat this for whatever other dates are canceled within your semester. So now that we have our course calendar, we're going to want to populate it with our sections and assignments. The first thing we want to know before we can do this is how many class events or how many class meetings will we actually have within the semester. So to do that, you're going to want to come back to your iCal and just count them. So once you have them counted, you come back and just write down how many you have, and then you're going to want to figure out how many sections or how many assignments you want to cover. Now, this is also going to be affected on the type of assignments you have. So, do you have quizzes, for example, or tests, or student presentations? So what you want to figure out is, can you cover a section and also do an assignment in the same class period? If you can, then you don't have to worry about doubling these up. If no, then add the number of your assignments. So for example, I know that I have 15 sections, and then I know that I have 4 tests, 0 presentations, and I have 15 quizzes. But these quizzes here can be done online, so I know that I don't have to worry about adding them to the number of days that I have events. It's important to remember that with tests, I know I'm only going to need 1 class period per test, whereas with sections, I can spread that out over several class periods. So go to your class events, and then just go ahead and subtract my tests. So now I have 4 tests. So now I'm going to be left over with is 37 class events that I can now spread across for my sections. So we take our class events here, they're left over, and then we divide it by the number of sections we're going to cover. And so we know we're going to be able to cover about right about 2.5 days per section. Of course, this is just an average, so you can go through and figure out, all right, which sections can I do in 2 days, which sections can I do in 3 days. So that way it just averages out to 2.5 class events per section. So now we're going to go back to our calendar, and then we can start individually editing which sections we're going to have for each day. So say, for example, I'm going to do section 1 on the first day, and it's important that we change only that specific event. So now we see this first day's event is called section 1, but all the rest of the events here are still named as class. So I can come in and edit this one, say I still want to do section 1 on the second day, number only this event. And then I can begin with section 2 on the third day of class, and so forth. So then we can just keep going through and changing each specific event with what you plan on covering for that day. So now that we have our calendar completed, and we've populated all of the dates with the specific sections we're covering and the assignments that the students will complete, you come up to File, and then just click Export. You export it, just save it to your desktop, click Export, and now you'll see it as an individual file. You can just upload this to Blackboard, to whatever learning management system you use, or even just email it to your students, or put it up on a web page. And students can download it and then just import it into their calendar application. So you have now completed the workshop.